Hello, all. My name is Mariah. Today is January 4th, 2026. It's the eve of the day before I start my third term at SNHU. Online. I am 38 years old. In the eyes of the world, I am many things. A student, a caregiver, a neurodivergent thinker, and a lifelong chronic illness fighter. But mostly, I am the architect of my own rescue. My life began in the late 80s in Ohio with the birth that nearly killed both my mom and me. I spent my first year in the NICU and my childhood in and out of the hospitals. But my family didn't just teach me to survive, they taught me how to live. I spent the first year of my life in Ohio. I spent the most of my life until my 26th year in Florida, except for time I spent in France, the country, not here in the US. And then I spent 18 months in Washington State. And now I've spent the last 18 or so year 18 or 8 the last 8 years here in Tennessee, which I've call home. Growing up, books, TVs, and movies weren't just hobbies that most kids would devour. They were the only places I could go that my body could not keep me trapped in the bed. My family never did hide the world from me. My biological father read to me To Kill a Mockingbird before I could even fully understand the words. My grandpa, a former Green Beret, taught me that the world is not just simply black and white, or that digital literacy is not something that can be hoarded, but how to use technology as a tool for survival. My grandmother taught me that the ash of cooking, that even when you have nothing, the kitchen is a creative outlet. I earned my culinary degree while I was still in high school over 17 years ago, but today that legacy is under threat. Currently, I am fighting for the woman who has been my anchor since birth, my mother, who, like me, was trained at the same vocational school. She is now depending on a wheelchair. We are trapped in a rental that is literally a death trap for her. It sits on a steep hill with a crumbling concrete step. If a fire broke out today, a fear I know all too well because we have survived it more than once in other places. I physically cannot get her out. Architecturally, it is keeping her away from the stove she loves. Poverty has kept us in a cage, but this is exactly why the ash and oak press exists. We are the ash of the struggle, and the oak is the foundation we are building to get out. I'm attending SNHU because I want to have a better future. I'm part of the Heart Breathings community. I'm attending SNHU. I'm majoring in creative writing with a minor in psychology. My goal is to get a master's in psychology and eventually get an MFA to help children and teens navigate the same challenges I faced. I'm a multi-mode reader. I consume books, audio, and digital text like a meal. My mom joked if I could eat the stuff, it would be a meal. My grandpa used to joke that academic reading was like pulling teeth from an alligator, but he taught me how to annoy it and find the hidden meaning. I use these skills to build the psychology fortitude into our stories. We don't just write the characters, we engineer their internal architecture so they feel real, mapping out their traumas and resilience with clinical authenticity. Because of my culinary background and my history in a low-income family, my heart isn't tied to sustainability. Is tied to the sustainability of food banks. Growing up, we relied on them when food stamps ran out. I've seen the infrastructure failed, struck in the crisis mode rather than providing the long-term structure on this 21 years ago, long before AI, using library archives to find out why community support was so inconsistent. At Ash and Oak Press, we bridge this gap through the activity chef, documenting the process of getting mom back to the stove and helping others navigate food insecurities with dignity. Ash and Oak Press is a business from day one. My partner Anna and I are building a media network to graduate our family off assistance forever. Whether it's through the sensational storytelling where I teach writing craft or the ultimate caregiving where I share the raw truth of this crisis. We are working for our independence. We are currently navigating the homeowners program to buy a safe, accessible home. Every project we take on in this brick in that foundation. Tomorrow a new term starts. The value of reading will be high. The caregiving will be hard. The stairs are still there, but the oak is growing. If you want to see how we turn a cluttered mess into a legacy, I invite you to join our community. Subscribe, follow our journey, and help us build a world where voices are finally unyielding. My name is Mariah. My mom worked so we could eat. Now I'm fighting so she can finally cook. I'll see you in the next chapter.